Hi there, my name is Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So let me ask you a question. Let's say you don't happen to be Christian. I'm Jewish, and I'm not Christian. So let's say you happen not to be Christian. Is it hateful to say to his? Are you denying a Christian their existence if you say, "I love you and I respect your outlook"? I personally don't believe in the divinity of Jesus Christ. I don't believe in that. Is that an unconscionable attack on their very existence? And I'm going to say no. Of course it isn't. Absolutely, of course it isn't. And in the same way, I don't believe when you say to a trans person that I don't know if gender is universally mutable. I don't know if sex is. I mean, I know sex is not mutable. I don't know if gender is mutable. I don't know if gender is defined by one's perception of oneself. Now, I understand the trans people very much believe gender is defined by perception of oneself, not by physical reality. But is that the case? Is that the case? And you're not really allowed to question it, because if you do question it, you get called a transphobe, as we're about to see over and over again. So this is a bit of a weird double standard and a weird nonsense that has led to this story that I'm about to talk to you about, which could only happen in 2020, which is a bit of a weird place to live. If you're watching this from the future and you have time travel, don't come here. Don't come here. It's not a good place. it's a very crazy place. So I have a theory that I'm going to recount in a moment. But before I recount my theory, I'm going to ask you guys, can you hit that subscribe button? That will be fantastic. And again, if you're a person on the trans side of things, you're going to find everything I'm saying here completely intolerable. So you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. You're really going to want to hit the subscribe button. Who knows what I'm going to say next? And you're going to have to hear everything I'm going to say so you can cancel me. So you can go on Twitter and you can cancel me, right? That's what you're going to do. You hit the subscribe button. If you're not a crazy person, you want to hit the subscribe button too, because we have a lot of fun here on the channel. So if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, they are all fan-dabby double dozy. Thank you very much for hitting them. I want to show you my appreciation. Firstly, my appreciation for you just coming and watching this video. Go check the video notes. You'll find a very cool audio adventure for you to download and listen to. It's called Judge Dredd. I think Dread or Alive it's called. It was made by Big Finish, who are a fantastic company, and I recommend very strongly you go and patronize them. But you can't buy this anymore. They've lost the license, I think, and so I'm sneakily posting them on the videos. If I get in trouble, they have to come down. Okay, that's just gonna happen. They have to go. But I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't think they're ever gonna get the license back. But if they do, too close to bigfinish.com. And if you download it, if you listen to it, and buy yourself a digital copy, that seems fair to me. I like to be fair. And if you subscribe, you can enter any of my weekly competitions. I have weekly incredible giveaways. This one's actually a pretty good one, I have to say. I normally give away DVDs and movies. This time I'm giving away a hardback graphic novel. It is Judge Dredd, MECHANISMO, a freaking awesome Judge Dredd book. If you don't know Judge Dredd, if you've never read Judge Dredd, this is a great jumping on spot. It's fantastic art, fantastic story. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and then in the video notes, leave the hashtag I am the law. Go check the video notes. It'll give you all the information you need. And I'm going to be doing the giveaway on Sunday, June 14th, when I'm on the TARDIS zone. So, I have a theory. My theory is this, that same-sex marriage broke the world. So, how did I come up with this bizarre theory? And I want to be clear, if you are in a same-sex marriage, I have nothing but love. Well, assuming you haven't been a dick to me, I have nothing but love for you. That's actually a very genuine statement. I'm a rabbi. You all know I'm a rabbi. I'm a Bible-thumping rabbi. I believe in Old Testament, what's the word? Thunder and brimstone. That's what I was saying. I remember the brimstone. Fire and brimstone. That's not thunder and brimstone. I believe in all that. And it's not very LGBTQ plus friendly, which I can understand. That's probably why most gay people aren't supplicants of religion, especially, Judeo-Christian religion. So I should have been against same-sex marriage, but something else I'm also against is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is a bad thing. I think that's a pretty open polemic in the Bible as well. That the Bible is not on board with hypocrisy. I think it's be horribly hypocritical that in a society where there is there's certainly no moral distinction between gay couples or straight couples, that they should have different rights and laws is insane. So yeah, so I'm not on board with it. But the real reason that I'm very conflicted about same-sex marriage is a very personal reason. When I was growing up, my grandparents lived in Golders Green. They weren't religious, but they lived in Golders Green. I guess that's where all the Jews lived. I think I'm Jewish. I got to live there. But they had two lodgers when they lived there. Two ladies that lived with them. Esme and Judy. If you're watching, hey Esme and Judy, how are you? And we were never sure if they were less like friends or if they were together. So well, actually, we didn't even think about it in the 70s when we got older. And then when same-sex marriage came out, it came enshrined in law. Then they got married, and I couldn't help but feel happy for them. I really couldn't help but feel happy for them, because like I knew them, I loved them, I genuinely loved them, and their clear happiness, like made me feel happy too. It lifted me up, and even the gay community in general. I saw the sheer joy they had at same-sex marriage, coming law. I like Russell T Davis, John Barrowman. I'm thrilled for all of them, but I still think it broke the world, because I think that taking out that definition or redefining that word is kind of like play the game Kaplunk. When you pull out the straws and all the all the marbles fall down Kaplunk. I think when you took that definition out, everything fell apart to the extent today where we don't know who's a man and who's a woman. You're not allowed to say if somebody's a man or a woman, because that's racist. That's bigoted. And I'm going to go back to the thing I said at the beginning. If it's not bigoted to tell a Christian that you don't believe in the divinity of Jesus Christ, it's not bigoted to tell a trans person that you don't believe that gender is mutable. It's generally speaking mutable. I don't differentiate between the two. I think both those things are a matter of faith and a matter of belief that gender to be mutable. They certainly have not been proved as scientific laws. The divinity of Jesus Christ or the universal mutability of gender. However, the trans advocate part of the world do not like you saying that. They don't like you saying that, though, and they will call you a bigot. They will call you a racist for doing it, and it's led to like some bizarre things that spaces which used to be protected for women, for genetic women, are now not. So you have things like genetic women who are born women are being forced out of sport of women's sports when trans people compete, because they can't compete against somebody who was born a man who has a much superior muscle mass. In general, and we have women only gyms that have died away. I mean, I know personally in New York, there's this gym that was frequented by Orthodox Jewish women, and then by law they had to allow trans women in. So the Orthodox Jewish women who are our mindset, who don't feel that gender is mutable, didn't feel comfortable changing with somebody in the room who who might well be a man. So normally in society, what we do when we have these strong disagreements is we find a way of living and let live, or we find a way of living with each other. There must be a way that we can have a space for trans women and genetic women, and a space for women who were born women as well. There must be a way of doing that, but the trans advocates do not like that. Do not like that, as we can see in this little fight that went down between Max Visaggio, this comic book writer who can't sell any comics, and J.K. Rowling, the most successful female writer of all time. So yeah, let's just read this. Yeah, this is in Bleeding Cool. Bleeding Cool is a terrible website by a guy called Rich Johnson, who is a disgusting, disingenuous piece of crap, who spends his time putting together propaganda for causes he happens to believe in, which is exactly what this article is that we're going to be reading together right now. Magdalene Visaggio offers forthright conversation with J.K. Rowling. Yeah, the naughty part of me wants to say fake woman slash fake writer offers forthright conversation with real woman slash real writer. But if I did that, I would get in a lot of trouble. So listen, if you're this far in, you heard it. I think I'm safe. J.K. Rowling has been hitting the headlines for hitting headlines of late for the like of thing J.K. Rowling has been hitting headlines for of late. Initially, having transphobic tweets dubbed as middle-aged moments. Again, I think having to get used to a world where where gender wasn't mutable and suddenly you're being insisted it is, and you're not allowed, in this like Stalin-esque way, you're not allowed to refer to the past or think about it. It's a thought crime if you don't happen to agree with Rich Johnson on this. Recently, she accidentally cut and pasted a report over a legal case that misgendered the defendant against court advice to the media, which revealed the kind of material she's been seeking out to read. Again. It's only misgendering if the science is wrong. And I will point out that gender is the non-mutability of gender is perhaps one of the few places where science and religion kind of sync together. But no, we're going to throw it away. Again, to say that one's gender is defined by one's outlook, I just think is a bit bizarre. I think most people, who aren't insane, also think it's a bit bizarre. And again, is it being hateful to trans people? I don't think so. Now, look, I'm happy to call trans. I'm happy to think to be open to the possibility that my outlook may be wrong. Yeah, I am really happy that I'll gender anybody however they want to be gendered. But I really think the trans community should be open to the possibility that they may be wrong too. In the same way that Christians are open to the possibility they are able to live in the world where there are Jews, atheists, and Muslims. They're open to the possibility that they may be wrong. They don't find an expression of somebody having a different worldview intolerable. But the trans community find it intolerable that anybody has a different view. Which is what this is all about. Which we're going. She's been in the past. Her comments have been restricted to retweets, likes, and support for people. Fine. Yesterday, however, J.K. Rowling went above the line. I don't know what that really means. Commenting on a piece posted on DevX, a media platform for the global development community, entitled "Opinion: Creating a more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate." And it wasn't the cause JK was commenting on, but the language she tweeted. So here I think I kind of agree with her. People who menstruate, wrote J.K. Rowling. I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wumben, Wipand, Wumban. Rowling tweeted. Yeah, they used to be called women. You used to be able to call people who menstruated women. It's very confusing that group isn't now exclusively could be called women now. You say if you call somebody women, maybe they can menstruate, maybe they can't, maybe they're born with the ability, maybe they never had that ability to do it at all. The article concerned healthcare issues around menstruation, but not concerning, say, women who do not menstruate. Negative reaction led J.K. Rowling to post in response, slating her opinions on the matter openly for the first time. If sex isn't real, then there's no same-sex attraction. I guess that's that. Again, I don't see the flaw in the logic there. And again, this is the position of the trans community that sex isn't real, that gender is not real. You could be one thing one day and you change your mind, you change your outlook, you be something else the other. That is the position. I'm sorry that you don't like people stating the position, but that's still the position. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is a race. Exactly, 100%. The trouble is the blue checkmark Twitterati. The only way they can work anything out is if they think who is the more put upon in the world. They go women or trans women. Well, trans women obviously, so they win. If there's any If there's any conflict between women and trans women, then we're going to go and back the trans women, which is exactly what they're doing right here. It's right. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. Did you notice how I mean, like, mush mouth through this whole video trying to go women, genetic women? But yeah, can I just call them women and trans women? No, because trans women will lose their shit if you do that. It isn't hate to speak the truth. Well, it could be, but in this case it isn't. She wrote, the idea that women like me who have been empathetic to trans people for decades feel kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e. to male violence. Hate trans people because they think sex is real and have lived consequences. This all seems rational and sane, is a nonsense. It is. It's absolute nonsense. I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic to them and comfortable to them. I would march with you. I probably wouldn't, but I agree with the first point. Not because I'm opposed to march. I don't want to march. I'm not one for a walk. I would march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yes. I think it kind of soon, but yeah, I would support not being discriminated again on the basis of being trans. Yeah, I think that's kind of a reasonable position. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so. I don't believe so either. But here comes a lot of crazy people who do think it's hateful to say so. British YA author, which basically means blue checkmark Twitterati, evil, insane person, and Doctor Who novelist Juno Dawson stated, she put a polite veneer on her words. I'll break it down into what she's saying. Sex is real and unchangeable. Yeah. Oh, okay. What percentage of humanity is that true for? 99%. And for what amount of human history? 100%. Just objective reality. It's just objective reality. Trans women are therefore male. Could be. Trans women could be male. The 99% of people for the 100% of human history might not be wrong. Maybe. I don't know. I think, if the trans world could just be open to the possibility that there may be another way of looking. But they're not. No. It's male. Single sex spaces, therefore, must exclude biological male. And again, why is that so wrong? Why is their need any less special or protected than anyone else's need? Trans women can't access public life. I don't know. I don't know how you made that leap, Juno. That is what she's saying. No, she can access public life, but again, I think biological women would like a space for biological women. Why? And why are they being denied it? Because they are going against the progressive stack. That group of people that says you must think this way. If you think any other way, you must be cancelled. She later told Pick News, "I would urge Rowling to think about the use of her vast platform. This constant debate around trans lives is creating a hugely hostile environment for trans people." A citation? Really? How? Where? I don't see it at all. I do not see it at all. We get it online. Okay. People saying that I don't know if sex is mutable isn't hateful. Same way as saying to Christian, I don't believe in the divinity of Jesus. It's not being hateful. I have many Christian friends. I'm not hateful to them. I tend to not bring up my personal beliefs because I don't want to say something that might be offensive to Christians. But like, if push comes to shove and I have to say it in conversation, I'm not going to have that speech removed from me. That's called being wrong. That's a very wrong thing. We must have freedom of thought and freedom freedom of thought and freedom of speech. We get it online and we get it in the streets. Okay, what does getting it mean? I think people who think like Rowling get it a lot more. Her words have real consequences. Well, comic book author. Let's be clear here. She can't sell anything. She became a comic book author to try and sell a comic book series to a to be made into TV. Finally got it done. It fared as well as the comic book. The comic book didn't get any readers. The TV show didn't get any viewers. It was the lowest rated thing of all time because Max Visaggio is hired because of her because of her not gender, because of her identity rather than her talent, as demonstrable from the sales of her books. So while comic author Macneil Visaggio, whose comic book Vagrant Cream was recently adapted into the TV show for Sci-Fi and also cancelled, I think, by Sci-Fi, wanted a conversation and made a direct offer to J.K. Rowling. Hi, J.K. As a trans woman and a fellow author. So right now you haven't really demonstrated any commonality. You're not really an author. Are you? You're a trans woman. Yeah. Does J.K. think you're in the same gender group as her? Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it to me. I would appreciate the opportunity to have a discussion with you about this. Really? So this absolute nothing of a writer, who hasn't got anywhere, wants to talk to the most successful female writer in the world to tell her that she's wrong. I believe you have good intentions, but the way you are thinking about this needs to be forthrightly addressed with an attitude of mutual respect. You do not respect the attitude that there are people who do not believe sex to be mutual. You do not respect it. Because you don't respect it because you don't let anybody bloody say it. She later added, for those of you hurting from Rowling's heel turn, I offer you a piece of advice. You're an intelligent reader, you're intelligent reader, and the good you have found in Harry Potter is still there. But by the way, I want you to imagine a situation that J.K. Rowling didn't just say her opinion, but then she infused it throughout Harry Potter. Would the trans world like it? No. Well, yeah, that's kind of like what the non-insane blue checkmark Twitter article world feels about Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars right now. So again, have one standard for everybody. That would be my suggestion. Good advice for you. Harry Potter is still there. Nothing has changed except the presumption of purity, and the presumption of purity is something very important to these crazy people. You have to engage with the work critically now, but that is not always true of every book by every person ever written. All our idols have clay feet. Every single one of them. Orson Card taught me radical empathy. Okay, I don't know what that means. That's still a valuable lesson. Even if Card himself seems to be capable of it. Okay, so he hasn't managed to put it together either. Maybe this lesson that you want everybody to learn is just a pile of crap. Maybe you just need to chill out and understand that not everybody shares your belief that gender is mutable, and it doesn't make them evil. And you can get every right you want. You can get every right you want, except the right to tell other people how to think. And that, when it comes down to it, is the right that you want. It certainly sounds like an opportunity. Well, blimey, not for J.K. Rowling. It does. Sounds like an opportunity to have an incredibly irritating few hours with an insane person who's incredibly entitled. So there you go. That's a little weird story for 2020. That can really only happen in this age. If you're watching from the future, again, if you have time machines, don't come back here. It's bad. It's bad. My name's Sheila Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.